Coming up on Nuestra Voz Today, Colorado River in Crisis. A Los Angeles Times series examines the shrinking water lifeline from the Rocky Mountains to the river's dry delta in Mexico.
Around 30 years ago, Sonoran Institute started putting its eyes in this region, in the Delta region, to find out what was wrong with the ecosystem and what could be done. What was wrong was that the river didn't have any water.
We'll take a look at what conservationists are doing to save the river and ecosystem on the south side of the border.
Plus, Mariachi Mania takes Dodger Stadium by storm. We'll introduce you to the musicians wearing white charro suits and Dodger blue bow ties who fire up the crowds during games.
I'm a huge Dodger fan. I was a Dodger fan before we got to play here. I mean, it's an honor to even say that I get to play music, and let alone on, Blue Heaven on Earth.
How adding mariachis to the entertainment lineup became a very LA tradition at Dodger Stadium.
Also, the power of music. Meet the director who's trying to build community ties through the voices of Tijuana's Gay Men's Chorus.
And Universal Studios Hollywood rolls out the red carpet for its newest edition, Super Nintendo World. How celebrities and their families from the world of Latino entertainment enjoyed the Nintendo-themed attraction. Hi everyone, hola, I'm Paola Hernandez Xiao.
And I'm Luis Cruz. Thank you for joining us for Nuestra Voz Today, presented by the San Diego Union-Tribune and the Los Angeles Times.
The Colorado River is the water lifeline for nearly 40 million people and more than 5 million acres of farmland in the Southwest. But overuse and the effects of climate change are threatening the future of the dwindling river.
Colorado River in Crisis is an LA Times series of stories, videos, and podcasts documenting the toll of the river's decline. LA Times reporter Ian James traveled to the Mexican side of the Colorado River for a look at efforts to restore the river.
This is the end of the Colorado River here. It's where the Colorado River would meet the sea if so much water wasn't taken out upstream from here. There's a little bit of water in this tidal marsh, but we're mostly driving through an area that is dry. It's a pretty stark view of what are the environmental costs of taking so much water out of a river so that there is very little left for that river and for the ecosystem that depends on it. And then once it gets onto the Mexican side, most of that water, nearly all of it, is diverted into a system of large canals. And so what remains south of the border for miles and miles is just dry riverbed. What the science has been showing lately is that the higher temperatures with climate change are dramatically altering the watershed so that the same level of drought becomes much more severe because the landscape is drier, more evaporates off the landscape before it reaches the tributary streams and enters the river. So what the conservation groups have been doing, the people who work for those groups, they've planted thousands of native trees. Even with a little bit of water, these environmental groups have been able to have real benefits for the ecosystem.
Around 30 years ago, Sonoran Institute started putting its eyes in this region, in the Delta region, to find out what was wrong with the ecosystem and what could be done. What was wrong was that the river didn't have any water. So we started negotiating with other nonprofits and with binational governments to assign more water specifically for restoring the river. The water from the federal water deliveries is delivered through irrigation gates. Chauce is one of these gates, and the water is going to continue flowing south all the way until it reaches the ocean.
Esta compuerta central tiene capacidad de aproximadamente 2,000 litros por segundo, en la cual ahorita estamos descargando 1,250, 1,300 litros aproximadamente. El objetivo de descargar agua al río es que logremos la conectividad longitudinal del río.
Y ahora este flujo que se está haciendo, simulando como originalmente venían, están permitiendo que haya una reproducción de la vegetación. En donde normalmente no hay aves, había muchas aves que normalmente no había, ¿no? Vimos mayor actividad del castor.
We are restoring the natural cycle, basically bringing life to the delta. This is the place where the river water and sea water meets when there's high tides. So this is a really dynamic environment. We have a lot of bird species that are dependent on this environment. It's nursery site for most of the fish species that live in the Colorado River. We have seen larger sizes of silver mullets and more abundance of these species. Also, we have seen some improvements on some crustaceans. Recently, we have seen more abundance of the Delta mudsucker, that is endemic species of the Colorado River Delta. This is a great success.
This is less than 1% of what used to be here 100 years ago. So with this 1% of water that we're getting, we have been able to restore hundreds of acres of riparian forest in the last 10 years. Building this green corridor along the Colorado River Delta in Mexico, connecting the river and the estuary ecosystems. We are showing people that it's possible to restore nature with a lot of will, a lot of work from scientists and the communities.
To read, watch, and listen to the entire Los Angeles Times series, Colorado River in Crisis, log on to latimes.com.
Coming up, they are treated like rock stars when they perform at Dodger games, and people just can't get enough of them. Meet the mariachis who pump up the LA team and its fans when Nuestra Voz Today returns.
Welcome back to Nuestra Voz Today. With baseball season in full swing, a fan favorite is back at Dodger Stadium. We're talking about mariachis performing during games.
The Los Angeles Times takes a look at how a mariachi group made their Mexican music a tradition in LA baseball.
Sí, señor.
Dodger fans, the Latino community love mariachi, and integrating it during the game, major hit.
Fans love it and the energy it brings to the stadium. It's really become a fan favorite over the last couple of years.
I mean, it's an honor to even say that I get to play music and let alone on, Blue Heaven on Earth.
I mean, I look back to when they first approached me like, hey, we want to have the mariachi playing during the game. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Sounds like fun. On our behalf, it's like, well, we get to watch the game and play a song here and there. But I mean, the reaction we got was great. And it's just, wow. Dodger fans, the Latino community love mariachi, and integrating it during the game, major hit.
Y arriba los Dodgers, sí, señor.
it incorporates what a big part of LA is, right? I mean, a big part of LA is Latino. A big part of LA is it comes from Mexican roots. So I mean, it's representation. It's great. It's great to see.
The whole group, we're all first generations born here in the United States of parents from Mexico who migrated over, at a young age or whatnot. So for us, it's great to be able to honor our culture.
I think it represents our country, right? I mean, this city is one of the most diverse cities in this nation, and we come to see it here at Dodger Stadium. We see everything around here, so it just means a lot of representation. It makes you feel proud of being an Angelino, being from LA.
Que se escuche ese grito mexicano, sí señor. Me dicen el tapatío porque yo me crié en Jalisco, entre praderas y ríos, en los altos y en los riscos. De arriero y de tequilero me he convertido en un charro, porque amanso hasta becerros y bebo a boca de jarro. Me dicen el tapatío porque yo me crié en Jalisco, entre Rosas y el Rocío, besando de pico en pico. Me dicen el tapatío, ay, ay.
We want our performers and everything we do here to reflect our fan base. And so many of our fans are Hispanic. We want to make sure, like our Hispanic fans, all of our fans, they feel comfortable here and they're embraced here. And this is the place to be, Dodger Stadium. I mean, I get the players asking, hey, are they going to be here tonight? And the music is it just sends chills when you hear it.
Oh, it's definitely the biggest stage I've ever been on. It's definitely energy that can't be matched. It's almost a concert feel like arena, and it's insane. It's always rocking.
Once we start playing, everybody that sits in front of us, they just jump up, turn around, and just, and watch us. And I think a lot of the guys and myself, we enjoy going home after the game and searching social media to see who got a little clip of us from where, and then it's just great.
Alongside my other bandmates, we feel like rock stars sometimes, and we feel like one of the players sometimes. It's an amazing feeling, and we're just happy we can show the people what mariachi is all about.
There's people that are like, hey, can you guys play this? There's one like, what are you gonna play next? Then there's fans that are just, we want to be as close as possible to just experience you guys up close,
It's electric. It is. I have goosebumps and chills just thinking about it, and let alone being in the center of that and being able to feel the emotion and the energy of this crowd. It's crazy.
Well, I'll tell you, the one part that's the scariest to think that it has a capacity of 60,000 people, so it's like every 2-3 weeks that we're here, to think that there's a possibility we're going to play for 60,000 people. I know sometimes a little bit of segments come out on the TV, but it's just a mindset of we do what we love, and we just got to do it good and hope that everybody here enjoys it, while we're doing it. As people come in, they're just like, oh, we have mariachi today. Yeah, so that even helps us, gives us a little more ánimo, to come out when we start performing.
We're at the games and we're playing, and I'm also worried about the score, or I'm worried about the pitch count, and if there's an injury.
I'm a huge Dodger fan. I mean, I was a Dodger fan before we got to play here. I mean, it's an honor to even say that I get to play music, and let alone on, Blue Heaven on Earth. It's a dream come true. I think it reminds them of where we're from, It brings a little piece of home to wherever you are.
Sí, 1, 2, check,
A Dodgers representative tells the LA Times that having mariachis perform at games was initially an experiment to see if they could hype up the crowd. It worked and became a hit.
Whether it's at a baseball game or another venue, the power of music has a way of bringing people together.
In Tijuana, a gay men's chorus is hoping to create a safe space for the artistic development of the city's LGBTQ community. The San Diego Union-Tribune brings us the story.
Music flowing from love to love. Gay de Tijuana comenzó hace 2 años aproximadamente, bajo la necesidad de crear un espacio seguro para el desarrollo artístico de la comunidad LGBT de Tijuana y aparte también visibilizar por medio de la música a nuestra comunidad en toda la parte, ahora sí que norte del país, porque somos el único coro que se encuentra en toda la región norte de México.
¿No? Pecho, nariz, cabeza.
El día de hoy retomamos actividades después de un periodo de vacaciones de aproximadamente un mes, que fue summer. Están ahorita los alumnos están teniendo clase de técnica vocal. Este tipo de proyectos en esta ciudad era más que necesario, ¿no? Porque nosotros sabemos o más bien yo en experiencia personal, el no ser quien eres, el no poder expresarte, genera problemas que a la larga pueden ser causantes de cosas más grandes. Entonces, creo que este proyecto a la ciudad le cae muy bien, ¿no? Aparte de que estamos promoviendo la cultura, estamos promoviendo la música y el gusto por la música coral.
Tijuana's Gay Men's Chorus is one of only 2 active gay men's choruses in all of Mexico.
Coming up, Mario and Luigi roll out the red carpet at their new land of adventure at Universal Studios Hollywood. How celebrities from the world of Latino entertainment enjoyed Super Nintendo World when Nuestra Voz Today returns. The San Diego Union-Tribune is San Diego's largest and most experienced news organization, winner of 4 Pulitzer Prizes and 37 regional Emmys. We deliver the news with depth, authority, and over 150 years of local knowledge. Our journalists speak truth to power. The Union-Tribune serves everyone who cares about our community. Support our work. Subscribe today on our website, SanDiegoUnionTribune.com. Welcome back to Nuestra Voz Today. The Los Angeles Times Festival of Books is back with an exciting lineup of authors, poets, artists, celebrities, and musicians.
Join us Saturday, April 22nd and Sunday, April 23rd for indoor and outdoor events featuring conversations on current issues, literature, and pop culture, plus readings, performances, and more. The lineup includes author and political leader Stacey Abrams, poet and author Kwame Alexander, singer Meghan Trainor, and actress Jennifer Gardner. All outdoor stages and activities are free. For more information and to buy indoor panel tickets, go to latimes.com/Festival of Books.
That does it for this edition of Nuestra Voz Today.
Gracias por su sintonía. Thank you for watching.
We leave you with celebrity sightings at one of the newest attractions at Universal Studios Hollywood.
LA Times en Español takes a look at how some Latino stars and their families enjoyed a special invite to Super Nintendo World.
Me vine con mis muchachones y están muertos de emoción por entrar a Nintendo World, evidentemente. Te mueres de ganas, así que...
Él, sobre todo, ya se quiere ir.
Este sí, pues es el que la alfombra roja no le interesa tanto, pero esta...
No, ella es una artista, ya veo que esta agente ya tiene, ¿ah?
Ya tiene agent. Estamos ya empezando a hacer audiciones. Bien divertida.
¿Sí?
Pues la verdad, es siempre feliz, ¿no? Con las invitaciones que nos hacen. Felices de estar en familia, ¿no?
Claro, ahí veo que está con tus hijas, sí, está Cristi, está
Cristi, algunos amigos también aquí, luego venimos con Mario también, que vino, Mario Domia, gran amigo.
Yo pensaba que con Mario Bros que andaba, ¿no?
Mario Bros y Mario Bros, los dos.
Pues es mi primera vez, estoy muy afortunado de la invitación. Sí me encantan los videojuegos, definitivamente, en especial Nintendo, desde que yo era un niño niño y ahora tener la fortuna de venir a este mundo de Nintendo, pues sí, estoy muy emocionado de ir a conocer. Ya he visto que sí hay unos juegos padrísimos, que dentro del parque hay como minijuegos, como trofeos ocultos y cosas por el estilo, que la comida está deliciosa, entonces ya no puedo esperar por ir a explorar.
Me imagino que están bastante emocionados de disfrutar esto, porque lo vivieron de niño. Tú lo viviste de niño, porque tú eras niño.
Claro, sí. No saquen cuentas, por favor, pero sí lo jugué de niño. Entonces ahorita ya estamos como niños chiquitos, así como queriendo arrancar ya a jugar y a ver qué nos espera en este Mario World, Super Nintendo World.
¿Qué crees que te espera allá adentro, Jonathan?
Pues mira, yo solo espero no salir peleado aquí con mi marido. Solo eso espero, pero mucha diversión y a disfrutar todos esos momentos de la niñez que pues teníamos.
Two, one.